a while, then maybe gonna be the one that saves me. Bow wow. Alright. Can I get out this way? I don't know. I don't think I can. I can go this weird way. Alright, so I could actually remove those barriers. So I can't go through Pecos, so I'm gonna have to go down through Loose. So now I just gotta go to Target, I gotta pick up milk, and then I can have a So I literally should have already been home by now, but 3:30. That's the goal. But more like 3:30 because it's gonna take 45 minutes just to get to Target. So anyway, now that headache's over with, got a mask. Here's the crazy thing. So I went there earlier. I got turned away because I didn't have a mask. So after 2 hours of looking and waiting in lines and this, that, and the other, I found a t-shirt at Walmart. Cut the t-shirt in the car, made a fucking thing, face covering. I get there, I walk in there, and they're like, oh, okay, cool. Hey, by the way, would you like a replacement mask for that one? And they gave me this. And I was like, why didn't you guys just give me one earlier? It's like, well, no one's allowed in unless you have a mask. And it's like, but you're handing masks out. It made no sense. Like it was really perplexing to me. So I was like, yeah, sure, give me that one. It's just better than whatever this is. So I'll probably just end up ordering one tonight. So I just don't have to fuck with it no more, you know? I'll get on Etsy and find something. Support someone trying to, you know, do something on their own. Yeah, no, I got your message on Instagram, but by the time you sent it, I was already at the VA. So it was like a non-issue at that point. Thank you for reaching out, but, you know, a little on the late end, so. All good, though. Yeah, and Harbor Freight, man, I don't, like, here's the thing. The Harbor Freight is out of my way. So I'm trying to not drive further out than I really have to. And besides, a cheapo fucking mask from Harbor Freight. If I'm gonna spend money on a fucking mask, I want it to be one that's halfway decent, you know what I mean? This shit. And he says, I'm not really planning on going out too often anyway, so. So what's everyone up to? Still can't find hand sanitizer. Oh yeah, I found one. I mean, obviously, if you saw the thumbnail, you'd see I found one. Thankfully. But yeah, I'm back in Vegas, y'all. First couple days trying to reacclimate myself, kind of set things up. I have a lot of projects to work on, which I don't even know how I'm going to be able to get a lot of them done because most of them all will require the damn iPad, which I'm not sure if I'm even going to be able to have access to since the little one watches his shows and plays his games on it. So. And everyone here still drives like an asshole. So literally nothing's changed there. But they drive like assholes in Seattle too, so I haven't really missed much in that regard. The trip went pretty well. As far as content on YouTube, I do have quite a bit of stuff I'm going to be uploading, but I need to edit it. So it's going to be a while. So you're looking towards probably the end of May. Depends on my workflow. So we'll see. as for DayZ, I've played Call of Duty. I don't have a console. You guys got to remember, I don't have a home console, so I don't really play anything, to be honest with you. So, sorry. I'm able to play Fortnite with my son. That's a very long-winded explanation, but let's just say that there are ways. But I don't have a home console. And I don't have a PC that's powerful enough. I do stream video games on NVIDIA GeForce Now, but not very often. Well, I would love to buy an Xbox One, but that's not necessarily a priority. You know what I mean? Because it's all about additional costs. So you buy a console, then you need controllers, then you need you gotta buy games for the console. And then, what about Game Pass? The games that are on Game Pass is a good selection of games. I just so happen to not be interested in them. Eventually, down the road, when I have, if I get to the point where I can wipe my ass with $100 bill, then that means I'll be able to buy an Xbox One. But until that point comes, I can't see myself owning a home console for another maybe year or two, probably 3, because it's just financially, it's not a very smart move. It really isn't. You know, I've spent so many years, it's like, I have extra money now, I need to buy a console, wasting fucking money. And now I'm at a point where I don't have any debt, I don't want to get any more debt, I'm caught up on my bills. You know, buying a console, it doesn't matter if it's brand new, doesn't matter if it's used, that's anywhere from $150 to $300 that's out the fucking window. Once you buy that console, that's fucking it. You've sunk that fucking money. That puts me $300 behind from my goals. That puts me $300 behind in my account. No, I'm good. You know, I'd rather be financially stable than play. And besides, I don't really have anywhere I could play it. You know, I can't play it in the living room. I can't play it in the bedroom. You know, I don't have another TV in the closet to set up. It's just all around. It's not viable. It's just not a viable option. So, because it's not viable, it doesn't even register in my head, you know? It's not a priority. I'm not gonna go out and buy a console just to play it with one person. No. You know, I won't buy an Xbox so I can play games with my son. You know, I play Fortnite with him because it's cross-platform. I can play it on NVIDIA GeForce Now, and then he can play it on a Switch, and we can play together that way. I'm fine with that. But no, I'm not going to go out and buy a console just to play, you know, with one person. Because most of my friends don't even play video games anymore. It's kind of phased out as we've gotten older, you know? I don't really have time to play video games. You know, you guys want me to make videos and shit and edit them and put them up for you guys. That's what I'm planning on doing, especially this next month. Probably the next 2 months. I got so much footage, it's ridiculous. But the fact of the matter is I have all this footage. Now I got to do something with it. And I got to edit it. I got to do some voiceover. I got to do some secondary shots of me and stuff. There's a lot of work that needs to be done still. If I'm playing video games, I'd rather work on those projects, get them done, get them out there, than fucking dick around video games. Yeah, the closet is not a viable option, just like I said. Then I'd have to go out and buy an Xbox, and I'd have to buy a television to put in the closet. No, it's way too much money. There's not a whole lot of space in the closet as is, so to include all that extra shit, it doesn't. The more I even talk about it, the less interested in it I am, because it's like that just sounds like a massive headache that I want no part of. Don't get me wrong. I love video games. I fucking do. I prefer PC over console, but hey, to each their own. I grew up playing consoles, but when I got older and got into PC gaming, I just fell in love with it on a whole nother level. But, I would love a home console because there are certain exclusive games I would love to be able to play. I haven't been able to play Gears of War in years because they've all been released on Xbox. And I haven't had one. I've wanted to play, we got The Last of Us Part 2 coming out. I really want to play that. Not going to be able to. I don't have a PS4. I really want to play fucking Horizon Zero Dawn. No. Absolutely not. Call of Duty Mobile on your phone. I don't do, my phone is not powerful enough to run games on it, number one. It's the cheapest Motorola that they have on their website. It's not, no. But aside from that fact, I don't do touch controls. Hate touch controls. I don't do games on my phone at all. And besides, I don't have any room on my phone. My phone is literally capped out. I think I have half a gig left worth of space on my phone. Now, why is that? Why do I not have any space left on my phone? I have a 128 gigabyte SD card in there. So the phone on its own has 32 gigs. So I have quite a bit of space. Why is it all full? Well, like I told you guys, when I was up in Washington, I was recording a lot. The laptop is completely filled with footage. My phone is completely filled with footage. My Google Photo account has 200 gigabytes in it, completely filled. I've got half a terabyte worth of fucking footage just for you guys. So I have to be editing through a lot of this in the coming weeks, which I'm totally all about, man. If I'm not going to be working, I might as well be doing something, right? So, moving on. The iPhone SE looks like garbage. What people don't realize is that it's just an iPhone 8. It's a reskinned iPhone 8. That's all it is. Because Apple needs to constantly produce a product. They need to always try to have some sort of edge or competition in the market. So the iPhone SE is their attempt at a mid-range device. If you want an iPhone, if you really want to have an iPhone, go for it. Go for it and get one. I think $400? Cheapest iPhone that they have right now. And for the price, for the price, it's not too fucking bad. It's pretty surprising. But having used Apple products before, I have a problem with Apple as a company, but their devices are actually pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie. They have no repairability. That's the part that sucks. I don't like the fact that they nickel and dime you when it comes to repairing your device. The whole planned obsolescence shit. There's a lot of things I could talk shit about with Apple, but the iPhone 11, man, amazing camera, great camera. Well, no, here's the thing about iPhone 2. The iOS takes up about between 12 to 15 gigs of space anyway. So when you get 64 gigs, you're really getting a lot less. It's more like around 50. And that swells up really quick. Yeah, I'm telling you, spend the extra $50 for the next one up. If you were planning on getting an iPhone SE, just get the bigger one. Save yourself, because that's the one thing I hate is that there's no expansion slot on iPhones. Which, I mean, that's fucked up, man. That's really messed up. No expansion slot? Yeah, not having an expansion slot forces people with whatever they bought initially. And Apple knows they're not going to put an expansion slot for an SD card on an iPhone because they fucking know. They know that the moment that they do that, people will just go out and get the smaller one, the cheaper one. But if people want more space, they got to spend more money. That's just the name of Apple's game, Every time I've bought an iPhone, I always get the highest gigabyte capacity one. Because, it's like, what the hell, man? you're going to use up a lot of that space very, very quickly. And that's one thing that, you know, transferring files back and forth, there are easy ways to do it. So the way that I'm doing it now for my editing purposes is I upload videos to Google Drive, and then I have them in my Google Drive account, or my Google Photos account. And then I have to go through my Google Photos and individually pick which ones I want to move. So I have to move them from the cloud back down to the iPad so I can edit them. So sometime today, I got to go in and finish setting up the closet. I got to kind of get the closet back running again, setting it up so I can operate and start video editing. Oh yeah. Yeah, they just, the iPhone 7 series, the 7 and the 7S or whatever, not the 7, yeah, the 7, that recently phased out. When the iPhone 11 came out, the iPhone 7, that planned obsolescence, it started to slow down, just with iOS updates. So next year, probably later this year or early next year, the iPhone 8 will be phased out as well. Even though it's like, if it runs perfectly fine, they're gonna do stuff with the operating system to force it to slow down. That way people, you know, go out and buy a new one. It's planned obsolescence, man. They force your phone down to a crawl so that you go out and get a new one. It's bullshit. You know, it's like, I wish that they would develop a phone that can last. You know? I'm not saying it has to last for fucking decades. I mean, like, hey, if I spend $1,000 on a phone, why can't, if something goes wrong with it, why can't it be easily repaired? But instead, a repair for an iPhone, especially the newer model ones, they cost hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Like, replacing a battery on an iPhone 11 is extremely expensive because the way they design those phones, once they seal it up, that's it. There's no way to get that back glass off without breaking it. So, in order to get to the battery to replace it, you have to break the back glass, and then you get through the screws and stuff, and then Apple can go in and replace the battery, and then they got to finagle a bunch of other crap. Like, I've seen them being taken apart. It's a process. There's no easy way to do it. You have to damage the phone, then you have to buy a replacement back glass, which Apple does sell replacement back glass for the iPhone 11, but it costs like $600-700 just for the replacement glass. And they price it that way so that you might as well just spend another couple $100 to get a new phone. With AppleCare, so I've been offered AppleCare. I never got up on it, but every time I've owned an iPhone, nothing's ever happened to where I needed anything replaced. I always take care of an iPhone because I know if you fuck up anything on it, you're fucked. So I always get a case, screen protector, all that. So with AppleCare, it's an initial $200 if I remember correctly, and then there's a deductible on top of whatever, you know. So you're still paying for it in the long run. It's like, oh, with AppleCare, it only costs $30. How much did you pay for AppleCare? Well, I initially paid $200. That's what I'm saying. Now you're paying $250 to get your battery replaced. Do you see what I mean? I would recommend, if you want some sort of insurance for your phone, go through your carrier. Just go through your carrier. You'll get, it's a way better experience. You know, you'll pay a monthly fee. It's like insurance for your vehicle. If something happens to your phone, you pay the deductible. It's whatever. All right, so I'm like halfway home. Just gotta get to Target, man. That's it. It's so weird, man. So last night I didn't even bother looking at the strip. I just got home, kind of chilled out, you know. not gonna. No. Why would I work on TaskRabbit with all this crazy shit going on? There's not a whole lot of work out here anyway. And since I've been gone, people are so starved. Because I went on TaskRabbit, I checked out the client side, right? So people are so starved for work that Las Vegas right now, like everyone that I know has dramatically lowered their prices on TaskRabbit. I'm like, holy shit, dude. And so there's that. The other thing is, there's a whole bunch of new people. So since I've been gone, they've been hiring new people. Like, they've been allowing new people on the platform. And I'm just like, wow, this is nuts. So right now in Las Vegas, you're averaging maybe $20, $22 an hour. That's not fucking worth it. It's not worth it to drive fucking 30, 40 minutes one way to go work somewhere for a single hour and then drive fucking home. No. I've gotten into that discussion before. It's definitely a complete total waste of time. I have to go grocery shopping tomorrow. I gotta stop and get milk for tonight, but tomorrow I do need to go grocery shopping. I gotta go through the fridge tonight, make some space, blah, blah, blah. I want to work in traffic controls or workers who set the cones for those jobs. Oh, you want to do some sort of construction where all you do is put up traffic cones? Is that what you're trying to say? You got to keep your answers short and concise. I can't read paragraphs. I'm waiting for the missus to come up on the live stream and tell me what she wants to eat. Well, those guys do more than just move cones. You realize that, right? That's just an additional part of the job. It's like those guys do other stuff as well. Far Hills. So baby, you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonder why. I was hoping that she would come on here and tell me what she wants for lunch. I can't really type. Yeah, I've had Wonderwall stuck in my head like all day. Have I been to Redding, California? Yes, I have. I've been to Reading. I've been to Wheat. I've been to Sacramento.